stuff. Don't get me. I'm like, what the fuck, Mulan? I fucking hate that shit. I'll tell you why. I fucking tell you why. They made it so like. Here's why I don't like what they're doing with women right now. They're making it so women are like ultra super badass. Not the problem. The reason they're badass is they have some supernatural ability that women don't have. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, the reason she's great is because she has things that women don't have. What the fuck message is that?
Okay, hold on a second.
Oh boy.
Tatiana. Tatiana is the Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Her superpower, her abilities were she is a good cook and she had a beautiful voice and could sing.
Lovely. Go in the kitchen and sing.
But she opened a restaurant. She opened a restaurant.
Get your ass in the kitchen, woman.
Happy.
Make
So that
me a
was just a
sandwich. And sing me a song. I need you to cook me some food
She
and
did marry a prince though, so that's what made her a princess.
yeah, she had to go kiss frogs and shit. I'm just
She did
saying.
have to do that.
But again, this is the
That's me. That is me right there.
Yeah.
I'm coffee girl. I'm that princess. We just labeled me. Great. Fantastic.
You're Tatiana.
yeah. But how many frogs are princes? Most of them are just frogs.
Zero. Let's
No.
write that equal right now.
Yeah, that's not a real
That's
thing.
not your princess.
Yeah, so that's not a good one. But Mulan, she has like what some super magic. She was born with Kung Fu Chi ability. You ain't born with fucking Kung Fu Chi. You got to practice. Not her. She just can catch everything on a sword without even trying. And then what does she try and do? Pretend to be a boy.
But you probably have the same opinion about Moana.
What was Moana? Because like her whole thing, because she had the water was with her, and then like
It was the heart of the ocean
Mhm.
that held the power, and her grandmother, pretty much indirectly anointed her as she passed on, and she saved the whatever that island person's name was
Right.
being transformed. Yeah.
got you. What was her power? She could control water. Women can't control water.
I think it's something different though.
No, she can control the water. The water was like working with her, like spit her back out and all kinds of shit.
Okay, she wasn't controlling it though.
Okay, the
The
water
water
helped
was
her.
speaking to her. Yes.
What does
it helped her.
she do that was so great? If fucking
She
the Rock's
was-
character wasn't there and the water wasn't helping her, what was she doing?
She, without even knowing, though, that the heart of the ocean was that little stone,
No.
she was adventurous, she was tenacious.
She would have been
She-
blown up.
She would have been. She probably would.
She would have if
gotten
the
so
Rock's
tired.
guy wasn't there and the water wasn't protecting her and working with her, she would have been blown up in 1 second, and they'd have been like, well, no Moana of that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's gone.
Hey,
Gotta give her
do
an E for effort.
Yeah, I mean, like, remember, she was helped by a demigod and an element, which we don't have demigods and elements. So what are we teaching our girls?
Right.
Like,
No, I agree with you. I'm saying when you were talking about Mulan, it's the same kind of example. Like,
again,
it's
there's
all
some
of them.
supernatural thing that women don't actually have that make her unique.
well, the original Disney princesses didn't have those superpowers.
Don't get me started.
Oh,
Listen, okay, what was the greatest thing about Sleeping Beauty?
Her beauty.
okay, there was the
This bitch
Maleficent,
slept
and
the
there
whole
was
time. She's
it was-
hot in a coma.
it was yeah, that was sorcery.
Like, get serious though. This dude met her when she's passed out. I was like, I'd fuck that. Like,
Right.
what was great about her? I'm gonna make
Okay,
out with
what
this chick
about-
who's sleeping.
What about Cinderella?
Yeah. What was awesome about Cinderella? What was her big fucking like? The prince would choose Cinderella because she looked
Because
fucking
she
hot as
was a-
fuck that night.
Well, no, they danced and they had this connection, and
Yeah. What did she do?
they just had that
What
connection.
did she do? What did
They
she?
just
what,
met once and he fell in love with her.
what the fuck kind of bullshit is that? Princes don't just meet a chick and go, I'm in love.
I don't ask Mr. Lucas Kyle about that.
Yeah. Listen.
They do.
I'm just saying. Like she didn't do anything. And then later on, it's like, all right,
They
what
had
did she
one
do?
conversation
Name.
and he wouldn't leave me alone.
And
They
again,
didn't even get enough of a conversation for him to know her name.
he didn't even know her name.
You know
And
what they talked about when they were
and
dancing by
oh
that
yeah,
water
Not her
fountain?
shit,
name.
you showed that she didn't know her name, but then
She didn't know
also
her name.
also the only reason she looked that hot is because a fairy godmother showed up.
Yeah, would he have liked her in her scrubs? I'm just
And
wondering.
she fucking talks to mice. Can you imagine if you like, hey, what are you doing, bitch? Chirp, 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 chirp. You'd be like, babe, what are you doing? Chirp, I'm talking to the mice. Chirp, 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 chirp. Nope. No, you, mm-mm.
Yeah, there's magic in every one of them, I guess, isn't there?
So now she talks to fucking mice, and then she has a fairy godmother that makes her look hot sometimes. But you don't even want to know her name. You're like, I fucking love that bitch. I don't even know her. That makes sense somehow.
The shoe
I
fit.
about
If-
Pocahontas.
Yep. All right. So
Oh boy.
that's.
We're going through all of them now.
I'm just saying. I got something for all of them. Like Pocahontas, at least was a whole thing, but the real story, like that, the Disney movie is not the real story. By the way, John Smith was a fucking monster. He wasn't like this charming, awesome dude. Like they were pieces of shit. These guys weren't good dudes. John Smith was a fucking monster. And so like he wasn't a good guy. But the Disney version, they make him a good guy, and Pocahontas is this smoking hot fucking Indian who's like, can you paint with all the colors of the wind? And you're like, oh yeah, she's okay. She's like jumps on the cliff and the hair blows and all the shit. Like that's just how she rolls. And the animals, like she's all hanging out. Again, animals and elements. But otherwise, like, what does she do the whole time? She's like trying to get the fuck away from bad guys who are John Smith.